Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're just going to do a little bit of team building. So as you can see, I'm currently in Supremacy. Now I did have a 40-minute video on my road to Supremacy, building those 9 teams and getting them through. Unfortunately I have lost half of the footage, and so I can't show you that. But what I am going to do is just show off the teams that I'm currently using. So let's jump in and let's go ahead and challenge Wolf's Eye here. So we'll go ahead and have a look at the teams that I've currently got and the stats and the logic behind them. So as you can see, first team is all Monarchs except for Arthur. I've put Arthur in there primarily because I just kind of wanted to test him out and make sure that he was doing what he needed to do. And it looks like he doesn't do what you need to do. Arthur is his passive seems very redundant in the fact that you need to get hit in order for it to trigger. And what I mean by that, so let's go ahead and just have a look at why we lost this one. So jump in, and as you can see, I've got a full Monarch build. So Halliser, Merlin, Talos, and Audrey, plus Arthur as well. Now Arthur's passive, whenever you deal reflect damage, you increase attack, and you increase so whenever you increase whenever you do reflect damage, you increase attack and HP. But the problem is that with all of the current effects that are going on in the current season, your team just isn't doing what it needs to do. Like the reflect damage there, sure, we dealt a bit of reflect damage, but if we jump into stats here, we can't see anywhere, or maybe we've got one instance of max HP boost. So it's max HP boost, one instance of it, and again, he's just dead. He's just absolutely dead. Even if you put him on a Monarch team, he just doesn't do what he needs to do, which is a real shame. Now here, I think we lose to the Banish mechanic. I could be wrong, or it might just be the Fortitude effect. Yeah, it is. It's effectively the Banish mechanic. This season is predicated on who gets the Banish off first. Now this team is an Ethereal's team, but with a with Dullahan in here, and the reason that I've got Dullahan in here is primarily because of the Monarch synergy between Cleo, between Elisha, and between Dullahan. So for me, I think it's a relatively good build as long as we're getting crits. If we don't get crits, it can be very painful. Very, very painful indeed. But the good thing about the Ethereals is that when you do perform a dodge, you do have the chance to perform an ultimate. Well, you take up 50 energy and you perform an ultimate attack. It's a very powerful effect. And here, especially with Eudora, if you have Eudora's skin, oh yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Seen a lot of health being lost there, but it's because we've got such high HP pool, with thanks to Elisha's passive. Now Elisha's really impressed me over Arthur. At 6 stars, Elisha was able to go into top tier content, whereas with Arthur at 6 stars, he is not able to go into top tier content, which is a real shame. You know, it's quite a pity. I was really looking forward to Arthur, but again, he just doesn't build up fast enough. So he just doesn't build up fast enough. And again, the Banish mechanic here, it's just not. It doesn't seem to apply to me. This Banish mechanic, I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. The Banish mechanic doesn't seem to apply to any of my enemy teams. Maybe you know down below in the comments. If you do know, please let me know. I am really looking forward to one day being able to use that Banish mechanic, irrespective of how many Mystifiers I've got on the team at the time. So again, this is a very long and drawn out battle, and it is with main thanks to Cleo and Dahlia on that front row. We are applying corrode stacks, but the Holy Shield, it is what it is. you know. And maybe Eudora will be able to save us, but don't seem to think it does. I don't seem to think she does, just because we're missing so much as well. Fortunately, we're able to dodge quite a bit. Yeah, there we go. So our HP pool should be high enough. And this Banish effect should disappear sometime soon on either Elisha or on Karnak here. So we'll just have to see. Now he is finally down. Is what it is, but I think we are pretty much dead here. Or dead in the water. As much as we can be anyway. So Fortitude effect does kick in for Dullahan as well, which is very good. And all of those misses, absolutely love it. Yeah, fantastic. Is what it is. But we do get Karnak back now, which I think is quite big. And we've also been able to banish Dahlia. Oh, now Eudora's banished. It is what it is. The banish mechanic is so frustrating this season. It is so... I hate the banish mechanic. I really do. And it just detracts so much from the actual gameplay. Like, there we go. That would have been a couple more rounds. You know, with Dahlia and Cleo, had we not had the banish effect on there. But again, it just... You get one of your units banished right away. So one of my units is going to go down. One of their units, currently, for me, does not go down. It's probably because I don't have enough energy built up. So there we go. I've just banished... yeah, I've just banished Talos on the enemy team. Yeah, I don't... For me, it's just a rant about the banish mechanic. Honestly, I really dislike the banish mechanic. But it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. So, this team is primarily built up between the synergy of Gaia and also of Lancelot. So, the amount of corrode damage that we'll be doing is very, very powerful. Fortunately, able to get that Holy Shield effect in there. And we'll apply the corrode here as well. So, we do get that miss. And then, again, banish mechanic kicks in. What are we going to do? I've got 200 energy. Where's my banish mechanic? I don't understand it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's me. I'm just an idiot sometimes, apparently. Yeah, it is what it is. So the corrode does kick in, and the banish mechanic kicks in again. Ooh, crazy. So they just wins by banish, and it's really toxic this season. For me, it's really quite toxic. This team is predicated on this slot here, in having the Soul Eater synergy effect kick in. Now, again, we do lose out on 2 of our units right at the start, and going up against a unit like Afro, it is what it is. You know, she's not going to... I don't think she's going to let us win, honestly. Just because it's just so painful. We do get the taunt effect in, but we're going to get stolen here. So Minotaur has been stolen in the same slot that Nerissa is in. Again, just some funny stuff going on this season. It just really is. But again, we're not able to build up. Our Valianters, they do receive an attack increase every time they kill an enemy. But we'll just have to see. So again, Nerissa gets some protection because one of our team has been stolen. It's just so weird. And now Nerissa is back over here because we applied the Phantom Illusion effect. It's a weird season. It really is a weird season. And everybody's just getting used to it. I think, honestly, that it's just a little bit strange this season. And a lot of the top tier players, or the veteran players, they're having trouble as well with it, just because it's so sporadic, it's so chaotic. Nobody knows what the best synergy is, so everybody's trying everything, and a lot of and Elmer putting the work in here, but a lot of so Hades gets stolen. Maybe it is just Elmer, hopefully. Maybe we apply the Soul Eater effect, and we steal somebody back, but I don't think so. I think this is just a straight up hell. But it's just so chaotic this season. It's just so chaotic. Like, I don't know what the best teams are. honestly. I really don't. And it's just sort of hit and miss. It really is just sort of hit and miss this season. Nobody seems to know what the best teams are this season. And even when you think you've got a good team, it's probably not going to work out like you think it will. So here we go. We've got Hades stolen again. It's just Aphrodite left, but she is main boss this season. We do get a taunt here, which is quite good. And then, again, we're just waiting now. So do we get stolen again? Yeah, Elma gets stolen. Shame. But he can't die, so we've got that going for us. Got to be taunted every round for the next 20 years, but it is what it is. Couldn't steal Afro, could you? No? No? Nah. So we'll get Elma back because he physically can't die. We do banish, but we banish Narissa. Not really the one that you want to be banishing. But we should. Oh, damage immunity here as well. And yeah, with that freeze mechanic, it's just so toxic. It's like this season is just full of toxic effects and toxic abilities. Yeah, it is. It's like we want our units to be able to do well, which is why I enjoy the Void Hunter synergy so much. Like, I enjoy the Void Hunter synergy because it's pretty simple. You know, it does the job. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it does the job and it does what it needs to do. Again, the problem is, and we won that one. Like, we won that one. I don't know how we won that one. I just don't know. And we've still got 4 matches to go. This is just basic Avengers team. Just basic Avengers team. I just thought to myself, you know what? I don't like the Avengers synergy this season. It is what it is. Like, our Cleo gets banished right away. Yeah. Again, is what it is. I think we're going to lose the next 2. Even a proper Avengers team is absolutely thwarted. Just how toxic this banish mechanic is. I really don't like it. I don't think it should be included in the game, full stop. For me, anyway, it is a real pain. It really is. Like, I don't quite understand why they think it's a good idea, and especially to have so much of it. Like, at least when you debuff, can we not remove the banish effect? If there was a way of removing this banish effect, I would be happier. I would be much happier because there would be a way to fight against it. But as it stands, you just lose out on 2 units. Afro has been banished for 2 rounds now. As you can see, it's made a huge impact on our team in general. Like, we've only got 2 units left technically. So if we get banished again, that's it. We're done for, really. You know, it is what it is. Like, it is what it is. So Mavis finally does something. Not finally, but she does something. And then Narissa down already because of the corrode mechanic. Like, Janna's not even getting any stacks because she's been banished. You know, just a real pain. I don't get it. I don't get why they thought banish was a good idea. But apparently they did. So, who knows? Maybe it'll come back. See, now with Afro on the team, I'm not particularly worried. But again, that Banish mechanic is coming back soon. What are we going to do? You know, Janna will be out of here soon, but she's not had any time to build up. You know, she's not had any way of building up those stats. So, what can you do? Afro's popped off here now that she's been released from the Banish mechanic, but these should have been super easy claps, but it's not because of that Banish mechanic. Like, if you get your key unit on the team banished, what are you going to do? You know, no time to build up, no nothing. Like, it's a completely different game now. It's a completely different game. It's just so chaotic. So chaotic. I just don't... I understand to a point, but... yeah. This team, I've gone with just full Glorians. And the reason for that is because of the 3 enchanters on the team. So you've got Wu, Corolla, and Ariana as well. Who will be the main driving force behind this team. Then you've got Nawi and Gloria as well for Strikers synergy primarily. But we do get the Confused mechanic off, which seems to work out quite well. We'll get a steal here as well. So any damage done to us will be done to Arcdina instead. We do get buffs removed, unfortunately. It is what it is. And Persephone is given, again, my problem as well this season is Avengers. This Astral Dragon being in this slot, it really doesn't help the Avengers in any way. It seems like a good idea in theory, but Afro doesn't trigger unless one of your units has already died about 3 times. So it kind of limits the Avengers having this dragon here. But again, it is what it is. Now, if you've not already seen, Corolla is actually very, very good with her full red runes. So she will copy any buff, or she'll double the number of buffs provided on said teams. So it's very, very powerful effect. Which is why I've been running her quite a bit recently. I've got a 2-2. And then there we go. So that's it. Nawi to win once again. Yeah, absolutely. So I think, yeah, we'll lose this one. So it is a pseudo-Avengers team. So you've got your 2 Valiantes, you've got a Mistfire, and you've got your 2 Glorians as well. All Monarchs. But against this team, enemy team, I don't suspect we'll do too well, especially with the HP increases that's been provided by Gloria, and by Orphelia, and by... Halissa as well. With the reflect damage, don't think it's going to end too well for us, if I'm honest. Yeah, it is what it is. Like, you just can't run normal teams. I think what would be better, we can go ahead and skip this one. I think what would be better is if the effects only applied to synergy mates. So, say for example, if you build your team in such a way that you have like a Mistfire, that you have if you have a Mistfire, a Glorian, and say Dooms on the team, the respective effects, so the increase in attack and increase in attack and defense from the what do you call it? Sorry, I was just making sure. But the increase in attack and defense from increased healing, that should only apply to the Glorian synergy mates, for example. That's in my opinion, that's what it should be. Like, that is how it should be for me anyway. But there we go. So that was the lineup that I used to attack. So let's unskip and let's jump in. Now, Undersoul I usually fight because it's 50-50. I'll try Zargon this time. I'll just show off the team builds once again. So this is all This is all Monarchs, except for Arthur. Again, you could probably replace Arthur with Doris or with any of these other units, and you'll have a pretty strong, solid team as well. Sorry about that, just had to blow my nose. Again, the team I used first is the Monarchs plus Arthur. Again, I'm just using it to test him out. I think that if I was going to make a change, I'd probably change up the relics. To be honest, the rest of the team seems fine. This one here it's hit and miss. It depends on how many crits you get within the first couple of within the first round, really. If you get a lot of crits in the first round, this team is unstoppable. And it also depends on how many teams you banish as well. This has your 3 protectors, so Bastet, Gaia, and Lancelot. You've got Astrid and Lillian Leah at the front as your monarchs, or tanks, effectively. So these 2 aren't going to get one shot at the front. Lillian Leah and Astrid. Astrid also increasing the attack for the entire team with the increased speed. Lillian Leah to provide shielding and healing, as well as provide the monarch synergy, and also the Hunter's Grace as well. So we do, every time we heal, we also increase our HP. We've got here the Valianters slash Mystifier slash, what do you call it? Glorians team. Again, it is what it is. I don't think Valianters are altogether too good this season. With the banish mechanic in full swing, you just get all of your team banished so quickly. We got lucky in that last match that there was no real banish effect in there, but kind of. It was more the stealing effect that was the problem, but that's going to be there for the rest of the game. So it is what it is. Now, I've not seen Hades die, funny enough. In all of the matches that I've seen, I've not seen him die. I have lost with this team, absolutely. I've not seen Hades die though, so keeping him alive and keeping him unbanished is preferable. But again, you've got absolutely no control over it, so is what it is. Now, I've gone for full Avengers on this one. Just played right into that Avengers synergy. I could probably change somebody out, potentially putting Marina in there, but probably not. I'm putting an Ethereal in there as well. It is what it is. I'm going to, in fact, move Afro to the back row, move Mavis into this front slot. It's probably a better setup, to be honest. This team I'm very happy with. I've got your 3 enchanters and you've got your 2 strikers as well. So looking to do big damage in that round 1. And then you've got this team, which is just an assortment of... It's just an assortment of different units or different monarch units, honestly. And I think what I'm going to do, because I do have proof of ethereals, what I might do is put in... Can I take... What's Victoria got? Hold on. They're both freezy. So I have proof of ethereals. So what I might do is take out Victoria and Macaria and pop these 2 in. Then we've still got, we've got 4 monarchs instead. But now I can pop Lee on the front row. And I'll probably pop Sandra on the front row as well. Pop Talinas in the middle. And I think, to be fair, this would be quite a good team for Elisha. But again, she's on her own team with Eudora. Is what it is. So yeah, this might be a very good team. Don't know. It's currently untested, but 4 Monarchs, 3 Glorians, technically with Talinas and Lee and the Proof. I've got 3 Ethereals in Dorabella and Katrina. I've got 2 Lightseekers, 2 Dawnbringers, 2 Mystifiers, just from Sandra alone, 1 Royal, 1 Celestial. And then we've got this team, Halios, Dahlia, Athena, Ayushta, and Ophelia, just a full Dooms team. And then finally, this is the random team at the very end, where I just got all of the units that I've been using. I just plonked them in. So I think doing this might be better. So stick Seraphina in this front slot. The reason that I've gone with Seraphina is because of the Grace of Hunters, effectively. Grace of Hunters perk. Then you've got Eloin to provide the Awaken effect. And then I don't know if you can double Awaken. You might be able to. But you've got Catherine, Mulan, here as the Mystifiers, and then you've got Wukong. So, like I said, I unlocked proof of Ethereals. So I've technically got 3 Ethereals on the team here as well. Mystifier's got 1 relic in the form of the crown. Do I have any others that I could potentially put in here? No, not really. So I think we'll leave it at that. Again, I'm going to stick with these teams. Let me just go through artifacts really quickly. So this team, I've got an increase 25% HP, or at least gain 25% HP every round. This one is take less damage for the first 3 rounds. This one, just the Mystifiers. This one is the Valianters, increased by 300% attack. This one is the Avengers, increased by 300% attack. This one is... This one is the increase Glorians attack by 300%. This one is increase HP. This one is the Dooms, and then final relic is increase attack by 50%, or technically 70% in total. But again, it is, you know, it is what it is. These are the teams that I've run just with the units that I have available to me. So let's jump in and let's see how well we go. Now we're up to 26 minutes here. What I might do, no, we'll just watch through. And now this enemy team looks like an Enchanter's team, so we'll see how that does for us. Arthur, of course, been banished already, because why not? Just silly. Just silly. But Wu's out, which is good. They won't be able to steal any of our units. They'll still be able to banish our units. And there we go. So we get the reflect damage kicking in as well. Again, as you can see, even though we're doing reflect damage, we're not increasing our own HP and attack. So Arthur's passive is not kicking in. You can see the HP attack increase there, and the HP increase there, but that is from that's from Hallisser. It's not from anybody else, specifically Arthur. Arthur's passive, it just never triggers for me. You know, it never procs, and it's just such a pain. Now this one looks like a Monarchs build with Ethereals, so it looks like they're focusing quite heavily on Janna. Now again, we are up to 80. There we go, there's the Banish kicking in. So Janna, their entire strategy has just been done in by the fact that Janna is now banished. So Janna cannot build up her attack. She cannot build up her defense. Her attack and her shields, just because she's been banished. You know, for me, it's a toxic mechanic. As is the freeze effect. I get it. I understand it stops them taking action. You know, and this to me is toxic gameplay. Like what are they gonna do? They just can't do anything. A lot of the time, like the only way to counter this team is to have an opposing Eudora, but have Eudora's skin. That's for me. That seems to be it. Like I just don't know how else to do it. Is just have Eudora there with the skin, but again, that's pay to win. So, you know, make of that what you will. This team, again, it probably could be better, but I've had to space out Mystifiers because of that banish mechanic. And, wow, crazy. But again, Gaia has been banished. I think her passive will still kick in. So every time we apply that corrode, we should see increase in attack. But we'll just have to see. Yeah, so I don't think Gaia's passive is kicked in. No, it's not. So if you banish Gaia, her passive does not kick in. Again, I'll say it. I've said it before. I'll say it again. For me, it's a super toxic mechanic. I really do not like it one little bit. You know, And then we should get another Banish here as well. Should do, because I'm up to 328 energy, yeah. So we got Talanas, so we just need to finish off Minotaur, but we can't because we're banished. You know, it's all reliant on that single mechanic of banish. I'm sorry, I've gone on a rant about it. This entire video just been me ranting about the banish mechanic, but it's because I dislike it so much. Yeah. Maybe they'll change it next season. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. I don't know. It is what it is. You know. I think this one is a loss as well. So I think the next two will be losses. Yeah, so Banish mechanic kicked in once again. We're only on round 2. I don't think the Banish mechanic should apply at the very start. I really don't. I don't think that Banish mechanic should apply at the start of battle. I think it should be on round 2. That's when you banish. If you're going to make it a bit fairer, then you should. Again, it should be because or it should be at the start of round 2. That's the minimum that it should be able to apply to. Real pain otherwise. Again, banished. What are we gonna do? What are you gonna do? You know? Yeah. I don't know. What can I say? Again, this is what I mean by we would have stolen somebody else had this Astral Dragon not been there. So do with that what you will. Like when this Astral Dragon does appear, you just have no chance whatsoever. So go ahead and skip this one. Definitely a loss, yeah. Mavis, the only one standing because she was banished. Like, you try and play fair teams, and nope, you just get banished right away. Just get banished. This season is all about how toxic can you be as a player. Like, there's no two ways about it. Either you're super toxic or you're not. So this is a loss, yeah. And then this one again, another loss. And it's the banish mechanic. Like, you try and play fair teams, and you just get banished right away. So we'll go ahead and skip this one. Again, we know it's a loss. 2-5 to Zargon. Well done, mate. Well done. I'm so frustrated with this banish mechanic. I really am. Super frustrated. Let's try you. Yep, defeat. Is what it is. Maybe I do need to change these teams up. Maybe I do. I don't know. Let's try Stormbreaker. This is going to be now. Oh, wait, no. 5-4, though. Very close match. Very close match. Stormbreaker is very, very strong. Very strong indeed. And we'll go for you, Lady Mercy. Give me some mercy. Nope, can't even do it. 1-5. You know. What am I supposed to do with this banish mechanic in play? I mean, honestly, tell me, what am I supposed to do with this banish mechanic in play? Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand. What am I supposed to do? You know? Yeah. Alright. Opie, let's go. Right. I'm just going to build new teams. Just going to build new teams. That's all I can do. And this is why I have this preset, by the way. It seems just putting random units in seems to do the trick. I don't know. Because it's not about your power anymore. It's not a real justifier of it. There we go. So I guess what you need to do is jump on here, go into, in fact, no, we can do, we'll go like this, we'll go you, and we will go with one mystifier, two mystifiers, all right, okay, well this is where I'm going to leave it. Thanks very much for watching. You have a great day.